If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait and you will be joined into the conference.
How's it going?
No, it's like,
Where's Lori? She sits here?
yes.
Hi, this is John with Cedarwood.
Hi, John.
Hey, Lori.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, no problem.
Am I supposed to have two of these rooms? Oh, yes.
Yes, I have a couple in mind.
Yeah. One's refuse. Refuse.
Refuse. Very quiet. Deep in thought.
All right, welcome to the October 7th Village Board meeting. If you could please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hopefully everyone had a chance to review the September 16th minutes.
Yes,
So if I could get a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
Any discussion? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Somebody join us? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, hey, Brian, was you, I just jumped
Oh, hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
I thought you were taking the night off.
I was going to, but no one.
Okay. You wanted to be part of the fun. Yes. All right, we have pay request number 13 from TNA Construction in the amount of $436,035.05 for the Lower Baxter Treatment Plant project. I'll make a motion for that.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the Castleman pay request number 8 in the amount of $1,410.75. Once again, for the Lower Baxter Treatment Plant project, VP bid 04. This is all for the electrical work being done at the new water treatment plant. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We we have a permit application for Village Green and Public Assembly event for the Hispanic Heritage Celebration to be held October 26th. Has everyone had a chance to review that?
We have all the insurance and everything?
Yes, so we have all the insurance. The plan is that it will be taking place on the plastics property.
Okay.
They're just asking to close the northbound lane of Charles Coleman. I don't know why I had to do that.
What are the hours, actually?
Yeah.
2 to 6.
2 to 6?
26. This is the first time?
Yes,
Run
this is
anything
the
like
first time that they're holding this event, and that they do understand and are aware that they have to remove all the trash from their event. So-
No, I'm okay with it.
How about restrooms? Where they bring their own?
Yeah, I don't know about that. So,
Sometimes a lot.
I see hand sanitizer.
Yeah, so that they talk
I can't read this.
Yeah,
to the safety,
food, to see.
will
I
implement
see
comprehensive,
Sanitary
sanitation,
station, so that must be the.
comprehensive
Okay.
sanitation,
that's
yeah.
it.
but is that,
I see sanitary station, so I'm
is
assuming
that
that's restaurants.
Porta Johns or not?
Well, implement comprehensive,
I would say that, you know, the chamber building's bathrooms are not for any events. We've made that policy, so I think that they just need to be aware of
Yeah, I
that.
think that's a
And I
sanitation
think
station,
that
so.
we could approve
I
it
think so, too.
conditional that they understand that they have to provide, at least a porta john.
That's required.
Okay,
I mean,
Fine.
they,
because I was thinking of
I
the
think all events, we've had them,
chamber, I was worried about the chamber, but I'm sure they can bring it.
or,
Where do we stand with the chamber? They were supposed to, we basically told them they could do what they want as long as they're
Responsible
responsible
for it.
for any blockage or anything.
I'm not sure, but they're not open till 6 o'clock, so,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
All right.
I'm sure they got it, that sanitation
They're-
station.
they're-
that's how I read it.
I would think that's restaurants, I
Okay,
think
can
we're
we just
okay.
confirm that
Yeah,
before, when we let them know?
And the road closure is gonna be very similar to the Wednesday night, I think it is the car
right,
closure.
right.
So the traffic will be able to go up Broad Street and down and around Union, so.
I'm fine.
Good.
All right, so can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. The Lions Club usually does a memory tree down in what used to be our meeting room, every year. So they've requested that again. It has been explained to them that we are no longer using that room, but they still want it there in the window, so. They provide the table, they come in, they set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
They like to have it down there for the window for the people on Memorial this
I
day?
think so, for the people walking the sidewalk.
Okay,
I'm not sure how much
Yeah.
visibility they really get there, but.
right.
um,
Do we need a motion for that? Yeah, I'll make that motion to approve the Lions Club memory tree.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. So we have annual software. It's support contracts with Williamson Law. We have one for water billing and one for our garbage billing.
And same company we've used before.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep, it's just renewals, basically. So, any other questions regarding that?
What percentage of people are paying online?
I don't know the percentage, but there's quite a few that,
I would think so.
I'm not sure if Christine would have to.
yeah, I would have to ask that of Christine.
Okay.
I don't know the percentage.
Is it worth the money?
Well, this is just for the actual software for the utility.
For the billing
program.
part,
Oh, okay.
not for paying part. It's
Uh,
for us to produce the
Just generates
bills
it.
and,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Never mind, I
Yeah.
take it back.
and it sounded good.
It did, right?
Yeah, I'll give you that
I was
one.
thinking.
Any other questions regarding it?
I'm not asking a question.
So, all right, so I'll make a motion to approve the software.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Jerry, you're up.
All right, so the Reservoir Dam on Reservoir Road, we're responsible for keeping that cut yearly, if not twice a year. We had done it in the past where the village crew would take care of it, they had to rent a machine. This year, they were short-staffed, the cost of renting the machine it's costly, so I put it out to bid, I contacted 4 companies, one got back to us with the price that I think is fairly reasonable. Last year, when our crew did the brush hogging, we'll call it brush hogging there was a section that was steep sloped and it was very wet, they were unable to get to it. So now we have actually saplings growing there, so a brush hog won't handle it.
Yeah, right.
So this year, the estimate we have to do it is $1,400. Normally, it would be an $850 if he gets it again next year. It'll be $850 for a cut next year. But
Because he wouldn't have to deal with the saplings.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that'll just be upkeep.
it's
The
a,
first
it
1400 is a major job.
it requires more
Because
machinery.
he got away from us.
That got away from us.
Gotcha.
Once he does it, I'd like to get it done, I really like to get it done as soon as possible. This is something we kind of fell behind on, and we should keep up with it. So I'd like to get a motion for the Reservoir Road Dam for $1,400.
Do you want to make the motion?
I'm going to make the motion.
I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Jerry.
About Lakeside Drive.
So that's the other one. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, I thought we'd keep them separate.
Sorry. Oh, okay. So this is the field?
Yeah, so on Lakeside Drive, the Umshide property, the Umshide Wells, we'll call them, I guess.
Yep.
Again, that's something that needs to get brush hogged twice a year, and we didn't get to it this year. So again, I'd like to put it out to bid. I put it out to bid, contacted companies, and Pride Lawn Care was the only one who got back to us. The cost for Umshide Well is $800
Okay.
for each cut.
Even though we have saplings to deal with there?
There's really, it's not.
It's not bad?
It's not terrible.
Oh, okay.
No, he's able to use a brush hog in there,
Okay,
so I'd like to get that done before get that done as soon as possible as well.
okay. All right.
So I'd like to make a motion for the Lakeside well property with the bid of $800 to have that brush hogged.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So one of the things that was brought to our attention from our parking enforcement officer is that our medians on Charles Coleman with the juniper, arborvitae, what is that stuff? Juniper.
Yeah.
So, with the juniper in the median, it is going from curb
to
to
side.
curb.
Yeah,
And when you have parallel parking, people are now, and we have pinch points out
Because I
there.
can't get out.
They can't open their door and then they can't step out.
Right.
So now they're parking away from the curb, making that pinch point even worse.
Yeah.
So it has been asked of us to address that. So I met with Pride Lawn Care, walked it with him. We didn't budget for it this year, so my proposal was to do the worst of the 3 medians that we have, which is the center median, which is where the laundromat and Village Pizza is. That's our biggest pinch point there. So he had put in a proposal for $950, but I wanted to be able to get, that's for the removal, and then it was another $1,200 for plantings, or is that total? And add this up.
No, it's, looks
Yeah.
like 2 separate numbers.
Yeah, so, I'm still tracking down some other proposals to do the work. So basically, what the plan is that I discussed with them is to take all of the low vegetation out, not the trees, but all the low vegetation, remove all of it, and now only plant in the center of the median with as much natives as we can, whether it's grasses and a mix of flowers that bloom at different times, different colors, just to provide some color out there. And it would only be in the center, and then it would be mulched out to the curbing, so that way it would allow somebody to open their car door and also be able to step on the mulch to get out, so that hopefully people will park next to the curb.
Okay.
And it will minimize
Yeah.
the pinch point there.
Yeah.
So we'll do that one this year, I wanna get it done before snow flies, and then we'll budget for the other two medians for next year.
We should also consider maybe putting a strip of concrete on each side. So someone's really stepping on concrete rather than mulch. I mean, maybe not for now, maybe the
Yeah,
mulch
let's
is
test this
fine
out and see.
for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that's why his price is a little bit high too. He has to be
Yeah.
careful taking out the junipers and such, because there's electrical lines
Yeah.
under there, there's water.
Yeah.
Bet you they're not fun to pull out.
No,
Yeah,
It would be nice to see a strip of concrete on either side. There you're stepping on something that's dry rather than wet mulch and stuff. The wintertime is gonna be hard to keep clean too.
all right, well, that will have to be
Maybe down the road.
next budget, yeah.
Yeah, down the road.
We'll see how this one
Yeah,
goes.
okay.
This will be our test
Mhm.
to get one done, see how we like it, see if we want to change the design. We'll try it with the mulch, and then we can
Okay.
budget for more.
Something, or paver stones or something to be a little more permanent.
I think paver stone, because now the only thing to think about now, if you're gonna put the concrete there and it's gonna maybe be considered sidewalk, now the guys,
Maintenance.
I don't know how now we gotta shovel that.
Yeah,
Something to think about.
yeah,
But for now, the plan is to just remove all the vegetation, do the center plantings and mulch, and
Mhm. okay.
we'll see from there.
yeah.
Um,
Because right now, even the smaller cars, you can't even open your door with the junipers. They're foot and a half, 2
Yeah.
foot high.
Right,
They really,
yep,
you
you
know,
can't
take
open
it
the door,
over.
and then you can't step anywhere, and
Yeah.
that's why people are parking quite a ways away from it, so. This way, it will hopefully allow people to park in there. So hopefully by the next meeting, I'll have the other, I was supposed to have had the other proposal, but I haven't received it, so.
It should be continued.
Yes, so that's be brought up again. The last thing that I wanted to mention is, and you guys are aware, public might not be though as much, and hopefully I brought it with me. I guess I didn't. There was a new MS4 stormwater permit that came out this year. It is a much heavier lift than the original, or the previous ones, I should say. This all started in 2003. So this is a 5-year permit. So I sit on the Dutchess County MS4 committee, coordinate committee. And so our meeting is Wednesday. We've invited all the supervisors and mayors to come to that so that they understand there's a pretty heavy lift with all the things that need to be done regarding the MS4 permit. A lot of mapping, a lot of outreach, a lot of updating the stormwater management plan that we have. And it's over the 5 years. So there's certain things that had to have been done in the first 6 months, and then there's all these things that have to be done either on an annual or in every 3 years. And so we have this whole laundry list of things that have to get done. And it's gonna be at a pricey, it's gonna have a high price tag on here for some of it. So we just want to build awareness of that. So we're putting fact sheets together that are gonna be handed out and everything, and so I'll continue to update you on that. But right now, our building inspector is acting as our stormwater point person, contact person for the village. He went to the MS4 meeting for me last month when I couldn't go. He's going with me tomorrow to the East of Hudson Watershed Corporation. That's the other part of the stormwater and retrofits that we do. So it's ramping up, and we have to budget for this next year because it came out in January, our budget was already done, you know, with the fact that our budget's not on a calendar year, it really kind of gets difficult, but anyway, just wanted to at least give an update on that situation, so. We did have a report that had to go in October 1st, and that was submitted on time, or actually early, so we've met everything that we had to meet so far, so,
All right, good.
okay? Any questions regarding that? I'll have better, once I have the fact sheet put together and everything, we'll be able to follow along a little better, so. Before we go into old business, or actually this is the beginning of old business, just so everyone's aware, you know, we did have that wicked water main break on Friday, September 20th at the end of Orchard Street. So I wanted to be able to put a big thank you out there for our highway crew, our fire department, our water consultants, H2O, everybody quickly responded. This is 6:30 on a Friday night, so it wasn't the easiest to gather everybody up. They're into their weekend. Christine came in that night to help me get things out on the website and get flyers made to go all around the neighborhood. The good part of it was we were able to isolate it to just Grandview and Orchard, so it didn't affect the rest of the village. At first, we weren't sure we were going to be able to isolate it, so I was glad for that. Jonathan helped us out a great deal all through the night and also all the next day. I was back and forth with the health department and Jonathan trying to meet all of our requirements. I was on the phone with the health department all Friday night, so they came out for us too Friday night. But I think the biggest thank you would have to be to TNA Construction, because without their men and equipment, this would have been pretty disastrous.
Yeah.
They had their vac truck there instantaneously. They already had their equipment there because they're the ones doing the work on Grandview and Orchard. So for him to be able to rally his men out there on Friday night was pretty awesome. So just wanted to be able to say that publicly.
And the line that failed is the
It's
old
the
line
old line
that we're replacing.
that we're replacing. Yes, thank you. Couldn't have waited a little bit longer. But that seems to be the way we've been rolling here lately. Same with Anderson. We just had that water main
Right.
break, and we're
And the-
starting the construction of a new water main on Anderson. So just not waiting for us. So with that, Jonathan and Brian, is there anything that you would like to discuss? I know we wanted to talk about the lead service line inventory.
Yeah, I can give you a quick update. So lead service line inventory is due October 16th for submission to DOH, so we are in good shape with that. We're planning to submit before the deadline. We're just gonna wait a little bit and make sure if we receive any more public input on service line verifications on the customer side, we can add them, and then it'll just be considered pretty much a living, breathing document that we update as projects progress. Like, as Grandview progresses and TNA goes through and verifies what the existing customer side service connections are, we'll add those to the document, whether they're before or after the October 16th deadline.
Okay. And then we'll be able
And
to
then-
add Anderson once we get started on that project. That will be after the deadline, but we'll be able to have all those service line information as well.
Correct, yeah. And as far as other updates, really the only other one is Lower Baxter plant that I know TNA is working on, and LaBella being the design engineer. So my understanding is they finished all the tapping sleeve and valve and all the water main installs complete, and the plan for starting this week was to begin pressure and leakage testing of the water main and then move it to disinfection. And then following that, they will submit their certification to DOH. Once DOH approves, then they can place the water main in service, and then we can get authorization to place the Lower Baxter water plant in service as well, which is much needed.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we're not getting any rain here either, so we're starting to watch.
How far out are we from that?
I think we are to have it all with all the service line connections and everything. I think we're looking at a month.
Okay.
So they're aiming for the end of October. So somewhere with a little wiggle room,
Yeah.
we should be, and the health department, we've notified the health department of those steps and the timeline, so that they're waiting and watching for that certification to hit their desk
Correct.
and hopefully get that approved so we can start making all the service line connections. TNA is gonna be able to do
Yeah.
2 service lines a day. And we have somewhere, I think around, I'm not sure. We probably have like somewhere between 30-ish, 30 to 40 service lines.
Mhm.
Maybe not quite that high. So they're gonna be doing 2 a day.
Yeah, and to clarify, the certification that Labella should be providing should happen before the services are completed.
Right.
So once, the system's flushed and disinfection passes, they should be able to submit the certification, which will, once DOH approved, authorize us to place Lower Baxter in service, and the water main in service, and that way it will commence, the service line replacement following that. And
Okay.
There'll be some minor miscellaneous items that'll have to be completed. I know the Baxter Green VFDs will be installed following, once Lower Baxter's up and operational, and then probably some minor closeout and punch list items.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Just to be clear, there's 2 separate DOH approvals, one for Lower Baxter, and then the second one is going to be for the Grandview line.
I believe they're gonna do it together. So what's
Okay.
required is called a 50-25 certification. So Labella will fill out, certify, it was all constructed in accordance, and it'll be grouped together. Because essentially, Lower Baxter has already approved the water plant side to be placed into service. We just can't operate it until the
Until
water main is
Grandview.
functional.
Yeah.
So it'll be together, the Grandview Orchard water main and the plant,
Thank you.
one certification.
Any other questions for Jonathan? All right, thank you, Jonathan. Brian, did you have
No problem.
anything, or are you just joining in?
So I'm just joining in.
Okay. Thank you. And I gave the attorneys the night off. I didn't see anything on the agenda that warranted them having to be here tonight, so we can skip that. And, so I'll make a motion to pay the September bills in the amount of $609,000, let me try that again. $609,010.03.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, and do we have any public comment? No? No? How are we sounding, Gary? I can't speak tonight.
Good, and actually this is good, so I can test to see if
Do
we
you
can
want
hear
to
it.
talk to us up there, or no? Do
I
you want
tested it
somebody?
out, but I'm curious if it'll pick up me
Arthur?
speaking from back here.
Could you go to the podium?
Oh, boy.
Just tell us about your weekend. We just need
Yeah.
a kill time.
I don't think people want to hear about my weekend. No, I don't know what to say. What do you want me to say? Testing 1, 2, 3? Testing 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. How's it sound?
Do you want to sing, Arthur?
No, I don't want to.
I can hear me speaking from back here too.
Yeah, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, Arthur.
You're welcome.
All right, well, with no public comment, does any board member have anything else that they would like to?
Just thank you for tweaking and getting us well set up here. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary. Awesome job. It's nice to have the meeting room up here now.
Yeah, it is
so-
nice.
Yeah, infinity.
So, all right,
Great.
with nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Who seconded?
Arthur said.
I'll second.
Oh, okay, all right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, John and Brian, have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.